Chad and I experienced something traumatic Saturday morning.
That was weird.
Right? So our dogs tried to kill each other.
Oh, good.
My dogs tried to kill each other by accident. So Brody, the pit bull, he likes to grab Xena's collar.
Oh, nice.
And just drag her around by it, and he's just a bully with her collar. Well, we were sitting on the couch, just like we had both just barely woken up, and they were still kind of drowsy. But Brody gets up and he wants to start some shit. So he goes and he grabs her collar, just like any normal round they go through. And next thing we know, Xena starts screaming, and then Brody starts screaming, and it looked from the couch like he wasn't like letting go. Like he was he had her in a death grip. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which is what, from my angle,
that's all he saw.
All I could see was his mouth near her throat,
yeah.
And they're freaking out.
So I go up and I try to figure out what's going on, and I get my hand in his mouth, and of course he clamps down on my hand.
Nice.
And I found out what's wrong, and he still didn't know because I saw him coming over to try to punt Brody, and so I'm trying to stop him, and so the collar got wrapped around his bottom jaw.
Yeah.
So twisted around his bottom jaw, so he couldn't let go and she couldn't let go. So when they started pulling away from each other, it just tightened down on his jaw and her throat.
Oh wow.
And so they both just started screaming.
A double noose.
Exactly. Yeah. Like they were killing each other and they couldn't get out of it.
If Chad just come and
just punted Brody.
Broke his jaw.
I still couldn't see what was happening. I still thought that he was just lashed under, so I grabbed his back legs and started trying to pull him off.
His jaw.
Yeah. I was like, "You dumb asshole, get off!"
And I'm like, no. So I had to get in there, and I had to pry her. Luckily, they were the snap collars, so I was able to rip that off of Xena, and she immediately ran to her kennel and just stayed there she was traumatized.
Fully traumatized.
Yeah, fully
Amazing.
traumatized.
That's awesome.
And for the next 2 days, she wouldn't go near that spot in the house. She would go all the way around it.
It's
to get
the spot that did it.
It's the spot, of course.
Dogs are so
that makes
weird.
sense.
It's the spot.
The connections they make in their brains.
Yeah. I'm missing something, guys. No one's looking out for me.
What, a drink? One of these 3 drinks on the table is not yours.
No, that's mine.
Chad's got to have 2.
Chad's got a double deuce.
His is on deck.
Yeah, once this is almost done, next one's got to get ready.
Yeah.
Did you have QAnon updates from work this week? Did you work with anybody getting lit about it?
So, no QAnon updates, but apparently Chadwick Boseman was poisoned and did not die of cancer, according to my coworkers. The Black Panther guy.
Oh. Because he's been in on it from the start.
Yeah.
He's established.
He was the good. He was against them, so they put him down. Shh. So they put him down because he was anti. He was
devil worshipping pedophiles.
He was one of the good guys, so they had to put him down.
So I read a little bit more about QAnon on the Wikipedia page, so I'm sure it's
accurate. I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure it's all lies from the government because Wikipedia is a government-controlled website. From their perspective, but it's I didn't realize that the foundation of it was to take down this idea that Donald Trump is fighting against Satan-worshipping pedophiles.
Yeah,
that's the foundation of it.
Satan, it's Trump against Satan.
QAnon.
Yeah.
Is fighting
they think Donald Trump is fighting against devil-worshipping pedophiles.
And are they on his side?
Yeah.
Oh,
they're the ones getting fed the information from the insider working with Trump, right?
Gotcha.
Okay. So it started on 4chan, where all legitimate, accurate, truthful things come from.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it went to, they got banned for, I think, spreading flagrant lies and rumors.
Yep.
And probably calls to violence, if I had to guess. Mm-hmm. And they went to 8chan, which is another. It's like 4chan, but I think it's on the deep web. I'm not sure.
I was gonna say I just heard about that recently.
I don't think it's like a site you can Google and get to. I think you have to have the domain name and just go that way.
Yeah.
It might not be on the
URL.
deep web exactly, but you have to be linked there. I'm pretty sure through something. So they discovered this week some tech-savvy dudes with way too much time on their hands that there's the QAnon website where the drops go. There's Q Maps, another website where drops go. There's 8chan, and then 8chan has 2 other sites, like sister sites, owned by the same guy who had to run away to the Philippines because he was promoting pedophile activity on 8chan.
Nice.
He basically came out and announced that 8chan was safe for pedophiles.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So these guys on Twitter
Gotcha.
found out that the same company owns all 5 of those domains. All 3 of the 8chan sites and both of the QMap sites.
Oh.
So they think that the founder of 8chan is the guy who's been feeding them all the Q stuff. But at the very least, he's been promoting the Q stuff and also is a pedophile, which totally nuclear bombs everything that they've been thinking the whole time. If they're being fed stuff by pedophiles.
Yeah.
It's to get your scent off the real one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that guy. It's like that guy who kidnapped that lady and then joined the search party. He's like trying to throw them off in the wrong direction.
Well, they always go back to the scene of the crime.
Down in South Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They always go back to the scene of the crime. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So this lady was jogging in between 2 like super rural towns, and she went missing. She was missing for 4 days. You knew about? Okay. Yeah. Then I won't go any further.
I was talking about with Chad when we went to go
that's
look
the
at
one
cars.
that just happened, isn't it?
Yeah, like
a week ago.
So we went.
Yeah,
we went to go look at our vehicles, and I've pulled something up, and I was like, dude, so they released a picture of the guy that raped and killed her and buried her on his farm, and he looks exactly like you'd expect him to look.
I had a picture of the person who did it in my mind.
Why are
and
you
it was
living
him.
into your look? I was like,
Yeah.
why can't there be? Which I guess there has been. Like, I was like, dude, you're just setting yourself up. I don't know. He looked.
He had terrible hair, unkempt beard, overweight.
Overalls.
Yeah.
Overalls.
Yeah.
Not over a little bit, but overall.
Just making sure no one's asking any questions.
Charles Steedy joined.
Yeah.
You got to promote your own content.
Huh.
Okay, what were you telling Chad?
But no, we were talking about.
I was just
you were just
saying.
talking about it.
I was just saying how he looked. Just exactly like a
Yeah.
rapist killer.
I saw the thing, I saw the picture that they put out of her by the car, and I was like, this is the last picture of her before she went on a jog. I was like, she's dead. I'm just like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, when someone goes out on a run and goes missing, unless they got lost on a run.
That never happens.
Yeah,
that never
it's like they're
happens.
running in the woods.
I was like, she's dead. Somebody who knew her probably did it.
So I read, this is so far wrong, but I read a story about it. There's 2 things to take away from the story. One, it said, I don't know the dude's name, but it just said that the guy drove past her while she was jogging and doubled back and got her.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Turned around.
was he just driving and he saw her and he saw that booty? He was like, just whipped it around. It was like, oh, I need that.
I think he knew her, so he was probably stalking her.
Maybe
He's
so.
probably like, she runs on this road, I'm going to see.
And then second thing to take away, it said that he got caught because he joined a Facebook group to find her.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, why wouldn't you just lay low?
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. He's trying to get on the inside and throw them the other direction.
Yeah,
But that's
he just
not-
wanted to
I
see
mean-
if they were going to go in the area that he actually...
But it's like, if they're a killer like that, it's like, I've seen so many and read so many criminal profiles that they say they always return to the scene of the crime.
cream of the crime.
Cream of the sign, I was going to
Cream
say.
of the crop.
Cream of the sign.
cream of the crop.
Chad was like, he got on the group, he's like, I think I might know where she's at, guys.
Yeah, it's like, what if it's one of those things? It's like I'm thinking, what if he?
Oh, that's you.
It's me.
What if he
Sorry.
points to somewhere where she is, just so they look, but maybe they won't quite find her, just so they know that area is good. And it's like, have y'all checked over here?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just baffles me. It's like, how do you? I feel like he with the very little information and stuff like that, he should have gotten away with it. Not that he should have, but he could have. Maybe you change that.
Okay, let's talk about how to get away with murder.
The show? Or the
No,
No,
there is a
actually how to do
formula.
it.
There's a formula to get away with murder, and it's you. If you start with one thing, you will almost always get away with murder.
Okay.
You
If-
get
if what?
any
Say it
guesses?
again?
Any guesses?
Say it one more time.
Well, I can think of a few scenarios.
No, say that again. I didn't hear you.
There's
someone you know.
One.
Why?
It can't be someone you know.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you kill a
I
stranger,
didn't
they
get to
will almost
participate.
never. They will almost never find you.
If
Yeah.
you kill a
If
stranger?
you kill a stranger, they
Yeah.
will almost never
so
find
you know,
you.
that's no fun. That's why they never found
That's
Ted.
no fun.
That's why they never found Ted Bundy, or they took like Ted Bundy forever.
It took way too long. He was killing people left and right.
Random people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's thank you, Will.
Well, yeah. You go to a different state. You knock on a door. You shoot somebody who answers, and then you go back home, and
Yeah.
they will never find you.
Oh, never.
And then you really need to drive like really far away, like
You need
drive
to go
across
a
the
couple,
country.
country. I guess that'll work too. It's a long way. I'm
Couple
thinking
countries?
a couple cities.
Oh.
away.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's a little close.
you think?
If I drive down to
it's
Fort
too
Smith,
close?
I mean that's.
That's pretty
no one
close.
will miss anybody. No, shouldn't say that.
I mean,
Too many people in Fort Smith.
yeah, but
We're all gonna pretend that was funny and
Yeah.
not just real.
Yeah.
the only people you want to kill are the people you know.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
they've- unless
well. That's
they've got a
why.
mental
I want
disorder.
to kill all three of you.
Same. It's mutual.
What's gonna happen is tomorrow one of you is gonna go missing. Right here.
Yeah.
This right here is coming to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, and you two are gonna be like, I think he said something about that. I think he might have mentioned that. So how would you do it, Evan? How would you?
How would I kill someone?
Yeah, how would you murderize somebody?
Murderize?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard that right?
Man, is this like? I don't know how to answer.
What's
this.
your game
Is this like
plan?
my fantasy
What do you
kill
have?
or like?
You have to get away with it.
You have to get away with
Oh,
it.
you have to
no
get away
one
with
can
it?
know.
Yeah.
What really turns you on when you're trying to kill somebody?
Okay, this was a game I was playing with somebody the other day. I can't remember what it was.
It sounds like a weird game to be playing.
I can't remember who it was, but it was like you give them a goal and they have to say how many days it's going to take them. How many days is it take from right now? You have to kill somebody. How many days to get away with it?
Oh, like I could probably do it in 24 hours.
20? You think so?
Because all I do is just drive up and I'm not gonna kill someone, so I guess I can give away my plan. Drive over like, y'all. You guys realize if like this like gets out to authorities, we're gonna look so suspicious. Like,
You're like, I would kill a woman named Amber from Arizona,
Yeah.
and like tomorrow somebody dies.
Amber from
I feel like I've always wondered how they've, like in my head, I feel like how do they catch when you dump a body at the bottom of a lake, a deep lake? How do they find that?
They wash up.
Always.
Not always.
I mean,
If you weigh them down with like 5 cinder blocks.
Oh, then they won't.
okay.
Yeah.
They usually, the problem is they almost just always know where to look. They're almost always looking for somebody in the lake, and so they send a dive team and they find them.
Honestly, I'd probably just shoot someone and then go out to a remote part of deep body water and tie like a bunch of cinder blocks to them and throw them in. Or try to throw them in.
Yeah.
I feel like, how do you get caught? How?
Boat
Unless
rental records.
I don't even know. Throw them off a bridge.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And that could be thought of
That's fair.
suicide if I maybe I don't tie him up. Well, no, they know I shot him.
the bullet would give that away.
He shot himself and then jumped in.
Maybe
Double
maybe,
suicide.
Maybe hold the gun to him and say jump off. Force suicide.
Speaking of that.
Kill yourself.
No. Have you guys heard about?
Speaking of that-
I'm pretty sure this was real. Have you heard that Hawaii legalized assisted suicide?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so they legalized assisted suicide, and I saw an article. I didn't look far enough to see whether it was real, but there was an organization or a hospital or someone that posted that how they just got 10 pods in for assisted suicide, and they straight up look like cryopods or something. And they said that doctors in Hawaii can now prescribe assisted suicide.
It's
if
just
there's
for old people, though, isn't it?
I don't know the parameters.
Is that
I
just
think
for
it's-
people who don't want to live anymore?
That's the thing. I don't know the parameters. Like, if you got severe depression, I want to die now. Well, I can prescribe that now. But you go in this, like,
Chad,
sealed
your day has
pod.
come.
It's literally
you can-
Futurama.
You can choose. Yes, exactly. It looked like one of those pods.
Yeah.
And you can choose, like, a movie or a show to watch. And you're in this pod watching TV, and you've got a button that you have to hold down for 30 seconds when you're ready to go. When you hit the 30-second mark, it releases gases and kills you, and then it's like a vacuum seal. It vacuum seals your body, and then they pull the bag out and they sanitize it for the next body.
There's no way that's real.
I don't know, dude.
There's just no way.
I didn't look enough into it. It didn't look real, but I mean,
It's a good idea.
There's just no way that's legal here. It's probably real somewhere.
Is that the story?
Hawaii?
Okay.
Hawaii.
I can see that.
There's been a lot of
why
states
would you
trying
wanna die
to
in Hawaii?
push
Texas, Florida.
like euthanasia, like assisted suicide when an old person is just like, I want to die.
Yeah.
Like this week. There's been a lot of states trying to push that. They do that in some Scandinavian countries. I
Yeah.
think.
There's not enough
yeah.
euthanasia, okay?
There's a lot
They're all a
of
bunch of
There's
old
too
people.
many euthanasia.
There are a lot of
Arguably, there's way too
euthanasia.
many.
Ugh.
Okay, so new game.
Okay.
Chad, you have to get your poo-poo on Donald Trump's hand. How many days does it take you?
2 hours.
And what's your plan?
My plan is the next, the the next rally he has.
Buy VIP tickets.
Get as close up as I can. Get the VIP tickets. Get the meet and
like,
greet,
like
whatever
full,
like that.
full Trump gear too, right?
Yeah, oh
Like,
yeah,
you're-
I'll have
you're
to look
head
the
to toe.
part.
Of course.
Like,
So I guess time probably depends on when the next and closest rally would be.
yeah.
Okay.
Which was
Well, it doesn't matter how far
this
away it is. I'll
weekend,
just
this
go.
last weekend.
Okay.
right?
It doesn't matter where. So just the next one. And
Okay.
then what I'll do is I'll like. How you doing?
Yeah.
Like right in front of them.
No, like there'll be a crowd of people, and then I'll. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
You don't think you'd have it pre-prepared?
Or I'll
Like
A little
Casual, the
baggy.
casual. How you doing?
Oh, no. Like those pitchers that cheat with the pine tar. You have it on your neck. You have poo-poo on your neck, and you just go,
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like you crap into a glove and you put the glove on, and then you take the glove off to shake his hand.
you
Here's the
OJ
thing.
him. You OJ him.
Okay, well here's another question. Does it have to be visible, or does it have to be like remnants?
No, you just got to get your
you just
poo-poo on
gotta-
his hand.
yeah. You just gotta get it on
what
his
if I
hand.
what if I have it like my other hand? Because what if I don't want it to be noticed? So I'll do this and I'll go, hey, like,
That's not his
get, like,
hand.
That's not his hand.
Okay.
though.
No.
You
You
do this
do the
whole
double
thing.
grab. Double grab.
No,
Double
oh,
grab
so
it.
it has to be on his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you said on his hand. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just anywhere. I was just gonna like get it on his suit, like so it's very noticeable whenever he's talking.
No, you gotta double. You gotta get on his hand.
I can't
Does
remember
he
who I
touch
was talking
people
to.
at the
Yeah, he
conventions?
definitely shakes hands.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The presidential.
That's what we're doing next week, boys.
You can pay enough money to like mingle with them after.
Okay.
Because I had a.
It's like the after party.
There's a guy that lived on my floor who has a picture with Hillary Clinton, and he's like got
She's
his
got
arm
poop
around
on
her.
hand.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they said they would mail it to him.
Why if you just took the approach of like, yo, Donald, dude, I got a bet. Can I just please put my poop on
So
you?
delayed.
It's like I'm just trying to make
right.
money. You understand? As a businessman,
As a businessman,
you
Economy is
understand.
very important. Okay, I'm sure you understand.
Look, poop and pee are very similar. It's just, what's the difference here? Come on, like let's just work this out.
What?
You never heard of that?
No, have y'all?
No, I'm
Trump,
not.
you
Trump
talking
in the golden
about?
showers, dude.
R. Kelly?
Oh, I get.
Thank you.
Your joke was so deep. I was trying to think like surface level.
Someone explain, please. R. Kelly? Are you talking about R. Kelly?
The DNC was accusing, not the DNC, Democrats were
Yeah.
accusing Trump of having this video of him at a hotel in Russia and a bunch of girls were peeing on him. They were talking about that for like 6 months and nothing ever came of it. Everybody just dropped it. It was like, y'all are just a bunch of liars.
That's the thing.
Just
So
a bunch of
I was
liars,
talking with
all
a
of
friend
you.
today at work, and he was like, I saw a bunch of people saying that Donald Trump raped a 13-year-old. And I was like, we're like, where is he a convicted rapist of a 13-year-old? Like, that's got to be nonsense, right?
It's just everybody in politics has at least one rape allegation.
Yeah.
That's just how
Like,
it
y'all
is.
really think he would just got away being convicted of rape?
No, he didn't. He didn't get convicted. It's the thing that if you're accused of a
he
sex
was
crime
sex-
right now,
yeah.
you're guilty of it.
Yeah. And Joe Biden's in deep water.
Yeah, it's not innocent until proven guilty. It's more guilty until proven innocent.
Well, it's
Dude,
the
did you come
trial
down
of the
your own?
public.
I didn't think that much.
Oh my god.
It's like OJ.
It's
He
brilliant.
didn't kill those people.
So has anybody ever had anything of significant value stolen from you?
Insignificant?
Of
significant.
significant.
Oh,
of
dude, we don't want to hear
value.
this. It's too traumatic.
It's really
It
depressing. It's genuinely really depressing.
Was there anything of yours in there? Or was it all like,
None of my stuff was in it.
okay.
Our trailer, our band trailer, was stolen over the last week. We don't know exactly when it happened because my parents used to live out in the middle of nowhere and they bought a house in town, but they also have like 30 years worth of stuff at this house. So they're like gradually moving everything over, going
Yeah.
through it and moving it over. I was doing them a favor and me a favor by saying they can use my trailer and park it at their place and just fill it up as they go.
Yeah.
And I know my dad went out there last Thursday, and it was there. And it's all locked up. It's got ton locks and, like, the door locks and everything. And then he went out this most recent Friday, and it was gone. And they pounded the tongue lock off of it, and it's gone. So it happened sometime in the last week.
Oh, man.
And did you know... homeowners insurance doesn't cover trailers, or at least mine doesn't.
Really?
And I didn't, because he said it was considered a vehicle. So
That's brutal.
Did you ever try to get it on auto insurance?
exactly, and same insurance adjuster. He goes, and I didn't know you had a trailer. I'm like, I didn't know it was a vehicle, so
Yeah.
I would have told you.
It should not be allowed to be on auto insurance vehicle.
It has
it doesn't have a motor.
Yeah,
Yeah, it don't go
It's
nowhere.
had a transmission in it once, but
Like inside of it.
yeah, inside of it.
Yeah, that's kind of like
But-
saying the
Yeah, you
stuff in your
hop on a
truck bed's
tongue,
covered.
But we found out today that I think my parents' insurance, homeowners insurance, is going to cover it. They have a deductible, so they're going to, like, cut us a check for the difference. They did have stuff in it, but it was like, if they remember right, and they're going to go out and double check all of their buildings, but it was like,
There's like 25 gold bars in there.
Yeah.
And like,
it was like
It's
giveaway
the
stuff.
decoy gold.
Yeah.
here's a real question: was that table that they were going to give us in there?
No, and they
Oh.
actually sold that.
Oh!
I keep
Sorry.
looking at that.
Look
like
how
this.
small this table is.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Look how cramped
How
we
did that
are.
happen?
Well, so one thing is
What happened
for
is they don't love us.
You see
interior
what had happened
decorating
was.
is majorly my wife, and she didn't like the idea of how big it was. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take it or leave it. And then they actually had somebody offer them money for it, and we weren't going to offer them money for it. So I'm like, okay, I'd take $150 over free. So
I would too.
yeah.
Well, you know what? You can't buy the love of your son, so that's out the window.
Facts. Look at him.
Say so long.
Say sight.
like the trailer.
Like the trailer.
I have kind of a really weird,
Limitless.
this like really weird
Goes
coincidence
limitless.
happened to me
Okay.
with my car. You were talking about stuff being stolen.
Yeah.
It wasn't stolen, it turns out. I had no idea what happened to it. So I drive a Toyota Corolla. It doesn't have hubcaps. They're all plastic.
Nice.
So when you have to take the whole tire off, you have to unclip this plastic hubcap. It doesn't unscrew. It's not bolted
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
It's clipped in, and the clips are plastic.
Yeah.
This is a vehicle.
Yeah, that's pretty common on lower end
Yeah, it's
vehicles.
pretty-
Yeah. So, I went back home, and on my way home, my tire almost went completely flat, which was crazy. I made it.
How long ago was this?
Few
years?
I was in the dorms, so
I remember this
like
story.
6 years ago.
I remember this.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I drive all the way home, replace my tire, drive all the way back to school. I get back to school, I get out of my car, my hubcap's gone. So that's like 7 hours of driving across Arkansas that my hubcap could have just come off on. It's just, it could be anywhere, could be literally anywhere.
Yeah.
So a couple months goes by, like 5 or 6 months goes by, and I'm driving again back into campus from Springdale. This is Little Rock. I'm driving back into University of Little Rock's campus, and I see a frickin' hubcap leaned up against a stop sign at the entrance to campus. I'm like, you've got to be frickin' kidding me. I stop. I go over there. It's my hubcap.
That's awesome.
I pick it up. It's got I hit a trash can one time. I'm not proud to admit it, but it's got the scrapes from where I hit the trash can on it, and it's missing one of the clips. So I know it's my hubcap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's insane. So, I pick it up, I throw it in my trunk. A couple months goes by, and I just mention this in passing to this guy I know, Alex. And he's like,
There's no one there. It's just telling us to end it.
oh. End
Hit
it.
End and then restart it.
You fixed?
Yeah,
It'll send out a notification again.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, do we want to share it?
No.
I thought it was good.
But they're gonna.
It was good,
The
but
OJ thing was perfect because I popped my head in.
it's gone forever.
Dang it!
There you go.
turn it just to, like a
Becking
50
Benection.
No, I wasn't in the last one, so you don't get to be in this
There you
one.
go. That's good. That's good.
All either.
Hey, I didn't ask.
It's basically my big
All right, so you were
forehead.
talking to your friend Alex and passing. Yes.
Okay, this guy that lives on my floor. These are.
Yeah.
This is not a big campus, but 7 floors of dorms, girls' wing, boys' wing, and it's a commuter campus. Anybody could have found this hubcap. This dude on my floor, who I already knew and was friends with, Alex, found my hubcap on the bridge of campus. I made it all the way back to campus. My hubcap rolls off my car. As I pull in, he finds it, throws it off the bridge into the creek.
What?
So I'm like,
Then how did it get to?
how did my hubcap make it back to me?
Are you sure the hubcap he found was yours?
The story goes on. I tell the story again in passing to this guy I know, Hugh,
This other guy. Okay.
a separate guy I already knew. He's like, "Oh, I found that hubcap in the creek, and I'm the one who put it on the stop sign."
What?
That is amazing, dude.
And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." I know both of the people that interacted with my missing hubcap. Not only did it make it all the way back from Springdale to Little Rock before popping off on the bridge in the middle of campus, I know the guy who threw it in the creek, and I know the guy who found it in the creek.
That's awesome, dude. How does that happen?
It's, I don't know, completely
crazy.
unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Oh, Chad's joined.
Chaz?
You don't
Oh.
count. You
So-
don't count.
Chafe Wonderglue?
Chad, I was looking. Today's the 31st of August. We have 30 days to drink as much as we can because we have decided to do Sober October.
Oh, you're doing Sober October?
We're doing Sober October, but with a twist.
Are you doing
because we
fitness?
Can't do it right. No, just
Oh.
not drinking.
What's
or,
your twist, Natalies
or
only?
vaping.
Or vaping?
And we took it up one more
Or
notch.
anything else.
No caffeine either.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd have a hard time.
So it's me and Chad and another bud, Tyler. He's actually
Yeah.
coming later tonight. We're all putting in $20, and then on the last day, whoever drinks the most gets the money.
Nice.
You want in, Will?
No. For legal purposes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Chad's got that in the bag.
It takes
I
me.
don't know.
It takes me exactly
don't know.
24 hours to suffer caffeine withdrawals.
See,
If I don't drink caffeine by 11, I get a splitting headache for the rest of the day, and
I-
nothing can make it go away.
I do not rely on caffeine at all, so I'd only
Yeah.
be like missing out on the alcohol.
Chad's really gonna have a hard time.
He is
With the vaping.
Yeah.
the nicotine, the alcohol, and the caffeine. He's cutting out all.
Do you
pretty
drink
much-
a lot of caffeine?
Pretty much rehab.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
this is yeah. This
This is gonna be rehab.
you're gonna have
like-
to take up a hobby or something, bro.
He's gonna start knitting.
Yeah.
End of day 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna
scratch
give
it.
you like a day and a half before you vape again.
You're gonna be like
Day and a
sweating
half.
in your sleep and stuff. Like you're gonna have to change your sheets, and I mean it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Chad, you're gonna just wake up like,
I did dream I relapsed. I did dream I relapsed.
by the end of the first week, like you just hear from my room, and like they come in there, I'm having like night terrors, like
You're like cracking them open. You're just like-
I'm gonna start having a seizure. They're gonna have to take me to the hospital, and they're gonna prescribe me more caffeine. Like,
Yeah.
like start.
And then you're gonna lose.
You're gonna go. They're gonna give you morphine, and that's gonna be it for you.
That's the end of it.
Yeah, that's the end of your journey, man.
journeyman.
Thank you, thank you.
Send it to journeyman.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
Good luck to you, especially Chad. I don't know Tyler's.
He's pretty fit. I think he and I can. I think I can. I don't know. I think I can win.
Me and JT did it last August. It took me almost no effort,
Yeah.
and he was really hurting at the end of it. I think
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we did a fitness one though. Like the whole point of it was to lose weight.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I know I'm gonna lose weight.
yeah, just by cutting out
Just
drinking.
by cutting
Oh,
out
yeah, dude.
alcohol.
Yeah.
That'll be the plus side.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and I ordered a bicycle, and it's gonna be in by then too.
Oh,
So
that'll be fun.
probably
What
be
kind of
my
bike?
hobby. Mountain
How'd you
bike. Moto
What?
Bacane.
A Huffy.
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 No.
Hello.
so my buddy at work, I've talked about him a couple times. Jeff,
My name is Jeff.
he has a Schwinn
yeah.
bike, which if you know is like Walmart's nice bike. Okay, so it's not like Lewis and Clark nice. It's like
ordered this from
Walmart's
Japan.
higher end or something like that.
Yeah.
And he had a buddy that owned a bike shop back in Mississippi, where he lived in Mississippi. And he went into his shop, and that guy wasn't working that day, but one of his employees was, and
Go on.
and anyway, he called his buddy. He's like, "Hey man, I have a bike that I need y'all to come and I need to get tuned up or something like that." And then he was like, "All right, yeah, just go in there and just tell him you're my friend or whatever." And then he went in there, and then he rolls his bike to this worker, and he's like, "Oh, Schwinn, yeah, that's the nicest bike that Toys R Us ever made."
Oh, so
Savage.
I get that. So I bought I just sold a Schwinn.
Yeah.
But it was a 1975
Oh wow!
like vintage Schwinn Varsity.
Back when it was Schwinn.
It had the paddle shifters like on the frame,
yeah.
not on the.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a road bike, thin tires. I ended up replacing both wheels and the cassette, so it was like partially new.
Cassette player?
Yeah, it had a cassette. No,
That is old.
but it was halfway a drunken evening where I was like, I want a bike, but this one's been sitting outside for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fix it up, so I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and like I know I paid $75 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put money into it, and I'm like, I'll put it up for $200. No one's probably gonna buy it. Like, it's a piece of junk. Within 10 minutes, I had like 5 people messaging
Wow.
for me. Yeah,
Wow.
I sold it in 10 minutes.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
I was like, oh, great. And then, like, okay, cool. And I've been talking to another friend who's really into cycling and stuff, and Chad and I had been talking about getting some like mountain bikes so we can do more off-road type stuff also. And he sent us a website, bikesdirect.com, and it's got like some really cheap high-end bikes. And I'm like, okay, so I got money now. I'm going to go buy a bicycle. And I didn't realize how quick bicycles sell out.
Yeah,
like,
right now.
By the time I got home and I was ready to pull the trigger, I had 6 different like options I was looking at. And every time I'd go to the next one, like
Sold out. Like sneakers.
Sold
That's
out.
weird.
I went to, and then I was trying to decide on size, so I went to Lewis and Clark and Fat Tire. They had 0 bikes for sale.
Yeah.
No one had
They're
any
completely
bikes in
sold
stock.
out at
I've got
Walmart
a buddy,
and Academy.
Yeah.
a buddy at work that bikes a lot, and he went into Lewis and Clark, and he said the racks were filled with bikes, but all of them were sold.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
Yep.
single
wow.
one of them was sold.
So I ended up.
It's so weird because you don't see anybody biking.
Yeah.
I've seen
I
more
mean,
than normal.
I go
Yeah,
I
but
go
I mean-
running and there's a lot of people out walking their dogs. I've seen more people walking their dogs than ever in my whole life. I saw 17 when I went for a 1 mile run the other night,
well, a lot
but
of
nobody
them
on a
probably ride
bike.
the trails though.
They do
Yeah,
ride the
trails.
trails. Yeah, I bet the
So,
greenway's pretty
yeah,
full.
I ordered pre-ordered a 2021 model Motobacane, if that's how you say it. And it's
Got
not
it.
going to be here until like end of September, beginning of October. So
Did you
That's
get those
that's actually
Yeezys
pretty
too?
good.
not yet.
You didn't get the
I'm
Yeezys?
going to pull the trigger on them
What
soon.
Yeezys?
I'm getting some Yeezys, dude.
The ones that
Some
just came out.
Is it
Ease refill, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's get them from Adidas, dude. You gotta
Adidas.
be ready for that drop.
Yeah, there's another pair coming out that's black and white instead of like off-white and black.
Yeah.
And those look pretty dope. I might try to get those, but
I like those.
those last
Like-
ones were good and they're not marked up too much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, $275.
No, yeah.
Not too bad.
It's like 50 over retail.
Black stripes. These guys are black with white stripes.
Well,
Can
Kanye just puts
I get
the-
a coffee black?
Yeah, the Kanye
Did
just
you
puts
see
the
me
same
talking?
V2s
White.
out over and over.
So,
Jeez.
especially if Chad doesn't if he doesn't
die?
No, if we're supposed to get
Checks and get home
tattoos
from-
together.
Checks and get
I'm
home.
waiting on him to have the money to schedule the appointments, and he hasn't told me he has the money yet. I might just spend them on Yeezys.
What are you getting?
We're
Tatted
getting
up.
We're getting Rick and Morty. I'm getting drunk Rick on my thigh, and he's getting Morty.
Are you really?
Yes, we really are.
See?
We really
See?
are.
Isn't that great?
It's amazing.
I'm going to be honest, bro. You just posted cringe. You're going to lose subscribers.
I don't
It
care.
was between that or the Coors Banquet logo.
Oh, I'm still
should've
That's
done
so
that.
much better.
I'm
so
still
much
getting that,
better.
too.
Rick and Morty fans are the worst people.
Like people who listen to Pink Guy.
Yes, yes, it's the
Fun
same
fact,
people.
That's also
It is
us.
the same people.
Yes, and it's me. But we don't go to McDonald's and jump on the counter and start screaming, "I'm Pickle Rick."
Oh,
And that's the problem. You also don't have Rick and Morty glow in the dark T-shirts.
You're right, I don't.
Yeah. See, y'all aren't the run of the mill fans, but still.
We're still.
We are not the same.
No. But I'm also still getting.
Yeah,
well,
that's like
so I
I
talked
live
to my
Rick and
wife.
Morty,
She
and he's
wouldn't
like,
let me get the Coors logo, but she said so because I'm also a photographer. I'm going to take the whole mountain waterfall scene, turn it into a Polaroid photo, and get like the Polaroid of that mountain scene
And put banquet under it.
Exactly, like sign it like
Yeah,
banquet.
yeah.
let there be
Yeah, I'm
Coors
just gonna
Light.
get this
Let there
right
be
here.
Coors Light.
The yellow and everything,
I'm just gonna get Banquet and Coors right
Yeah,
there.
he's just gonna cut it out of the
and
can.
the yellow.
Give that to the artist. I want this.
You'd be really cool at a frat house.
Thanks, Dad.
He's trying to turn his house into a frat house,
It is a
Yeah.
frat house.
but we have a mom that won't let him.
You have a female within a mile of here. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Lauren's
He-
keeping this place
yeah.
afloat.
He keeps on like
Literal.
daily. He asks her if he can get a flag to hang in our living room that says "Drive fast, eat ass."
And the NASCAR logo.
This is somebody's home, Chad.
Yeah, mine. No, I live here.
This
does
is as
live
much
here.
your house as like if there was like a rat in the basement's house. Like,
No.
except he pays rent.
I don't make pasta though. So.
What do you make? Hold on. When's the last time Chad cooked dinner for y'all?
It's been about a month,
Okay.
That's not
but
bad.
he did. He made.
I also bring
you
home
made
Chicken
also,
nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
He made chicken nuggets and microwave peas and carrots.
By the way, by the way, he doesn't like peas.
I hate peas. That's the
I'm
only
gonna be
food
honest
I
with you.
will
The
ever
guys-
older
eat.
I get, the less I like peas.
What?
Yeah, I
I've
think
never liked
the
them.
more
I'm
peas
indifferent.
there are in something, the less I like it.
I don't love peas.
Also, how
else
often
did you
do I
make?
bring home peas?
Oh, peas!
I don't go home and I'm like,
That's-
God, I need some freaking peas.
That is the plus side. That is the plus side. He works at a gourmet pizza place, so he brings home
True,
pizza
true.
very often, and I don't complain about that.
Yeah,
I
you do
also
be
work at a liquor
contributing.
store,
And he also works at a liquor
and I
store.
bring a lot of beer home.
There's a lot of pluses here.
You need to
Pros and
suggest a pea pizza.
No,
Mr. Miles
So
James.
nasty.
no.
Listen, I got a pea pizza.
I got
Okay,
pizza.
that reminds me of something. What's a food that's completely ruined for you because you threw up after eating it?
Ooh,
Does
nothing.
everybody has that? Okay,
Nothing.
I have one
Jack
immediately. Jack Daniels is food. Chad, do you have one?
Nothing can
I
stop
don't
me from
think
eating
so.
food, dude.
I mean, the only times I've ever I know it was for sure the food I had
Uh-huh.
was the 2 times. I think you were present for both, where we went to Rockin' Chicken. Whenever that place
Rockin'
was alive.
Chicken.
Dude.
Yes.
Did you ever have a problem eating there?
No, I remember
where,
putting
Slim's is
tobacco.
now?
I remember there's something there. There's
Actually,
another chicken place
is it
there.
on
do have
college?
one.
No, it's Angus Jack is there now on 412.
Oh,
So
There's one on Sunset too.
I've got
That's
one.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's not a specific food, but I will never eat at Cotton Patch Cafe again.
Yeah, there you go.
it
because-
was not good.
Well, here's the thing. Me, Chad, and Ash went there to eat one day, and all 3 of us got ridiculously terrible, food poisoning, I guess. I don't know, dude. But unless it was the biggest coincidence in the world, Chad started
not.
throwing up and having the squirts at
Convulsions.
4 p.m. And then
it started at 8 o'clock for me.
It's really bad when
and
you
then
got
at
it coming out
10,
both
10 or
ends.
11, it started hitting me and Ash both.
Ooh.
So, dude, it was.
Oh, and so I
bad.
wasn't gonna say, I wasn't gonna say anything. I didn't know. Evan just texted me. He's like, "Man, dude, I got the runs tonight." I was like, "Dude, me too."
Bro.
I don't think I've ever thrown up because of food. It's always been alcohol.
I didn't throw up because of food, but I remember I was really young. It was like 4th grade. You guys know tortellini? Did you guys eat tortellini growing up?
Isn't that like a
Lamborghini
car?
tortellini?
It's pasta.
Lamborghini tortellini.
Okay. We had tortellini with cream sauce and ham and peas.
Ugh.
There it is.
Ugh.
And I threw up.
Yeah.
And it came and all the peas were still there when I threw up.
Just
And
like corn in your crap.
I can't eat it anymore.
What?
Yeah.
The
that's-
sophisticated. You looked very like astute.
Yes, just like corn in the dookie.
I'm still on this chicken nuggets and peas and carrots dinner.
And this was, I don't know if it was necessarily a date, but he brought a female over for dinner as well.
Baby,
Who
I'm
was
gonna
it?
make you
Who
some
was it?
chicken nuggets
No,
with
we're not
peas and
saying
carrots.
names.
Does it
Chicken
last
nuggets.
name starts with an M?
Drop
And
it.
a C?
I'll tell you on the flip.
And another M?
What else did you make? Was that it?
There were fries.
Listen,
Oh,
baby,
they were fries?
Come home, I'm
There were
gonna
fries
feed
there,
you
too.
good.
Guys, chicken nuggets, peas and carrots.
It was chicken
fries.
strips. It was a higher quality.
Tyson Frozen?
Yes.
What's
Damn right.
Okay, wait.
What's the next one? I'm dying to hear.
Chicken strips, peas and carrots, fries, and 3 bottles of wine for the 4 of us.
Whoa! Whoa!
The fries saved you a little bit there.
Yeah.
And they were nice and crispy, real fluffy on the inside. It was good.
Yeah.
Tried
Hey,
to make them
hey.
in the oven.
Yeah.
Tell them what I made last time I made dinner, though.
Oh God, I don't even know.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I
Like
can't
I don't even
say
know
it.
everything that was in it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I made Chick-fil-A Crunch Wraps.
Oh.
So I
You saw it on
bought.
TikTok.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Found it on
you
TikTok.
you could make something you found on TikTok.
You could.
But you choose not to.
I caught him browsing TikTok earlier. But Chick-fil-A Crunch Wrap, get a tortilla. You get a spicy chicken sandwich. So you get just the chicken patty. Mm-hmm. Mac and cheese, fries, and then you added shredded
I've seen this
cheese to
exact
it.
one.
And then
Yep.
you put Chick-fil-A sauce on it. And then you wrap it up like a Crunch Wrap and fry it.
Have you
And-
seen the one guy, the guy that eats like one meal a day, but it's like a ridiculous meal? Like he's pretty shredded.
You mean every bodybuilder?
Well, so no, it's actually bodybuilders eat like 7 meals a day.
Yeah.
But he just like he waits till like the end of the day, like evening time, and then he eats like a
All of
pizza
it.
this big with like
Yeah.
the what are they flaming hot Cheetos on them and like it's crazy. He'll just go all out on one meal.
Have you seen The Rock's cheat day?
I don't
Yeah.
think that's real.
Oh my, it's real.
He eats like 7,000 calories on a normal day.
Yeah.
He eats pounds of fish. He
Yeah.
measures it in pounds.
Not
I would
ounces.
if I could afford that.
Yeah, that's expensive. But it's also like the leanest protein.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
It says 50% lean. No, another.
No.
You guys don't.
All right,
you guys
cut.
haven't seen.
So how'd you describe this to this woman? You said, all right, I'm gonna make you something good tonight.
Woman.
Yeah.
Implying,
I want to know.
Implying sophistication.
Chad dates women.
Dude, what if
Gotta get this move going.
Dude, what if we did a podcast with all of our exes, which you don't have one, I guess?
I have
No.
one, but no.
Oh, you do have one?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Lauren and you were like all the way.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
you know, like 6th grade doesn't count.
No, I was like senior
7th
year.
grade.
Oh, did y'all like break up or something?
I think it's
Senior year for a.
Shut up.
What's that? Is that like
Yes.
it's like your next door neighbor?
What was a senior prank for you like?
They took your dad's leg. We're gonna take the teacher's leg.
I mean, I did that when I was younger.
Filthy prank.
But
I always wondered like if someone like this is their first podcast I listen to, and I'm just like, you took your dad's leg.
and they have no,
no
idea
idea
what
what
you're
you're
talking
talking
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
No
fine.
frame of
It's
reference.
fine.
They
Yep.
know what they don't get.
Yep.
They want no smoke.
So tell how did it end? Walk us through the trauma.
How did it
See,
begin?
you guys are gonna laugh.
How did it begin?
We're not gonna laugh.
You're
We
gonna
all
laugh.
had worse breakups.
No, well, okay.
So how did you know this person?
Our homeschool group.
Okay.
Okay, but she was also like, she was kind of one of the outcasts because she was in and out of homeschooling, like not out. Well,
Who's a homecast and outcast and
because,
homeschool?
No, because she was in and out of homeschooling. Like she went to public school and then she went to
She homeschooled. And
Haas Hall, and then she was back homeschooled. And
I'd like
what-
to make a note that she went from homeschool to public school to homeschool to.
Haas Hall, like that's worse.
Well, because
Haas Hall is
anybody who-
objectively
because
worse.
anybody who knows me would also know who.
Listen,
this is.
dude, quit beating around the bush here.
You're married. This
Yeah,
literally
well, I know.
doesn't matter
So
anymore.
I mean, and we were together like 6 months. Okay?
Oh,
the thing about it is, growing up, my parents never said we would be able to date. Like, that was not a concept that we were going to
Ever?
It would
Until you're
be
18?
It would be a courtship.
Somebody definitely farted.
It would be a
It was
courtship.
Evan over there looking all guilty.
And
Yeah. Okay, courtship. Y'all ruining
Sorry,
the
I'm so
story.
sorry.
He's ruining the
You
story.
could have just let it go, man.
I can't let that go. I can't let that go.
Talking to the mic.
what?
Your audio has been so quiet compared to ours in the podcast.
I have to use a compressor because of you.
Yeah, you can just
Thank
bring
you.
it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to hear the
The
story.
Watch,
courtship.
this is gonna
I
be too
understand the
loud.
courtship.
Yes.
That's what everybody at my old church used to call it.
Okay. So, and her family disagreed with that, and I was also wanting to be rebellious, and like, I was
Question.
17, 18.
They disagreed with courtship, as in like no, just date, or like
Yes.
not even courtship.
No, just date. They were much more normal. And so
They've dabbled in public school.
what I did was I hid our relationship and everything about it from my parents.
Okay.
That's always fun.
Exactly, and so we were sneaking around my parents, and her parents were totally fine with us.
Right.
And so, but that also, like, hiding stuff from my parents also changed my attitude around my parents, and like our family was really involved. So like, whenever I started hiding stuff from them, they knew something was up, and it just wasn't great. And it got to where, like, I was 18. And so I had her and like her family all telling me, "Oh, you're 18, you're an adult now, like you can make your own decisions and everything."
Yeah.
But I was also still living at home and not paying rent or anything like that. So I was like still like living under my parents' rules. And
Yeah.
there were rules where we don't date. Like, it has to be like whenever we are interested in someone, like we have to take it seriously, and like we're looking for a wife. Is what I was looking like, and that's not what this relationship was. Right? And so it was just that's basically what it was, and it all came like I was an asshole to my parents, and like completely different than I am now. Like,
So how did it end?
So
Just
how
'cause of
it
that?
ended? So, what happened?
Did you do it or did she?
My mom did it. Well, and that's
Choose a better terminology, please. Did you do it or she do it?
Oh.
We both
No,
did
no.
it.
No. So
Her
what
mom did it.
happened
My mom
was
actually.
like we had a rule where I wasn't allowed to have like technology in my room, no laptop. Like, I never had a TV in my room, but I had a laptop, and so it was back when like instant messaging was a thing. So I would go to bed and we would IM until like 4:00 in the morning. And this is my senior year. Like, I'm supposed to be like I've got classes I never finished. Like, I walked without finishing high school. Exactly.
Homeschool, baby.
Homeschool. Yeah. No.
Walked in the living
Yeah.
room.
No, I had a class of 26 that we walked at a church. Okay.
Nice. They rented
But-
a pavilion.
But there was one night, I don't know the exact details that happened, but my mom knew something was up, and she came into my room and she caught me on the computer talking to her. So she grabbed my computer and my phone and my car keys and just ended it right there. And like, she got onto my account and told her that like
So you
it's
never
over.
talked to her again. Well, I mean,
Right then, yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like very sudden, and I got into a lot of trouble. And like, we talked to different pastors and mentors and stuff, and I finally I came to the realization of like, I was being the asshole. Like, this was not how I was supposed to handle anything.
Right.
So I agreed, like, me and my parents had a heart to heart. Like, I agreed, as long as I'm living in their house, like, I'm going to live under their rules. And
So-
this wasn't right. And she, like, once I came to be okay with that, like, this girl, like, she did everything she can to like get under my skin. Like, there were things that, like, so she had a best friend who was a male, and like, we always hung out together, right? Well, right after things ended between us, she started dating him.
Oh, nice.
And we were so this is out in Huntsville, so we were in 4-H, and she only started going to 4-H because I was there, so she could spend time with me.
4-H.
And then, FFA.
Four Hunters.
Oh.
No, it's like a Future Farmers of America type thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah.
I thought that was like,
some
4A,
No,
but that's like 4 homeschool. Like
No. This
we were in the
wasn't
4-H.
homeschoolers. But like she was only coming to 4-H because of me, and so when we ended things, she kept coming. Only she would bring her boyfriend, and like, and it got to where like I was driving into Huntsville, and whenever we would drive out, like she lived on my way home.
Nice.
And so she would. There was one time where they left before us, and there were like a few stop signs, and I was like, somehow they timed it just right to where they were right in front of us, and like every stop sign they would stop and just like start making out in the car right in front of me. I was like, and by that time I was over it. Like it's whatever. Like, you guys are being petty now.
Now here's a real question that I really want to know the answer to.
Yeah.
Growing up, did your dad ever threaten to beat you with his leg? I tried to ask you without cracking the
yes.
Son.
Yes.
Instead of whipping the belt off, he's like, son,
Don't make me chase after you with one leg.
And he's done that too.
Told that story.
Yeah, I told that story. Okay. But yeah, I mean, jokingly, never seriously. We had a paddle he would use. So
I had a similar situation. I'm not going to say when this was, but I was like, I was like, for 6 months, I just went completely insane when I was a teenager.
It was exactly how it was.
I just went
for
completely
me.
insane.
Yeah.
And I dated somebody who was it's rude to say that they were problematic, but they were problematic for me to be in a relationship with.
That's exactly how it was.
A lot of striking differences between us and issues.
Do I know this person?
You would know exactly who I'm talking about. And they suddenly became much more of a problem. And my parents were just kind of like, is that the devil?
His name's Brody.
Yeah. He's like dragging a corpse across the ground.
Okay, anyway.
Sorry.
They became much more of a problem for me to be in a relationship with. And so I broke up with them at a McDonald's.
No.
This is not who I thought it was.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I mean, that ended up being a problem too.
Yeah.
There were a lot of problems with that one.
I can't remember who that was. As soon as you would tell me who, I know who, but I can't remember who it was.
And with mine, the
You're
thing
good
was,
friends with them.
Still?
I don't know. You know.
You have to remind me. It's like,
okay.
I know this person, but
Okay.
like,
with mine, like after we ended things, like she showed her true colors. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want
It was the
anything to
same
do
with
that.
me. After we broke up,
I'm gonna go to the homeschool board and report you.
yeah. After we broke up, she basically, I would say, cyberbullied.
Yeah.
But there was this guy in our friend group who I had serious issues with.
Yeah. Which one?
And I was pretty outspoken about them.
Yeah.
And she would constantly text me at like, she would start a conversation at like 9 that was completely innocent. And I was like, I felt bad because I broke up with this girl at a McDonald's. And so I would facilitate this conversation, but it would always lead into how I'm such a bad friend to that person who has screwed me over and lied to my face countless times.
We're not talking about astrophysics. We're talking about
Yeah.
Baldy.
Yeah. No, not Baldy.
No?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Yeah, not astrophysics.
There's a story about
These
that.
are really weird references nobody understands.
Yeah, well, and it was weird stuff. Like, okay, so we broke up. I don't know. It was like 4 months before my graduation.
Yeah.
And she showed up at my graduation, and I was the only one she knew at my graduation.
Oh.
It was like there was no reason for her to be there.
Yeah.
It was like super petty
pretty
stuff
odd.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just realized something super cringy that I did. So, me and Will dated these two girls around the same time.
Who were good friends.
They were friends. Which that's unrelated, I guess. I don't know why I mentioned that.
That's how we got in contact with each other.
Yeah, that's how you and I kind of.
And I didn't like you really at all.
Do you remember that time?
Yes, I vividly remember that time.
Yeah, that was so. I was thinking about that the other day.
There are very few nights in high school I remember, but I remember that one really vividly for some reason.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you. I can't say this without mentioning the person's name.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went a little. So this girl broke up with me. It was like my first serious relationship, and I kind of like didn't know how to handle it. I went a little crazy. Like after that, I mean, I guess not super bad, but I just didn't really know how to handle it. And my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend also went to my gym, and sometimes I'd go to the gym hoping I would see her there, and I don't know why. And then one time, like, I went to the gym, and I parked. It was late at night, and I saw what I thought was her car there, and I didn't know it was her car unless it had. I would recognize the stickers on her windshield, the back windshield, and so I like went around and like looked at it.
Was this the gym over by that Harps?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is so weird because I have an very similar story in that exact parking lot. But go on.
So I went and looked, to see if it was her car, and sure enough, it was. And so I expected to see her in there, and I didn't. I was like, weird. And next thing I know, her vehicle's gone. What happened is the cringiest thing that could be of my life.
She was in the car when you were looking in
with a dude. And I'm sure they had to have seen me, right?
They had to.
They had to have. Looking in the car, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like,
when did you know that they
crazy,
were in there?
Dude.
and even though
that's the worst thing I could possibly imagine.
And even though I know you, and I know that you are crazy, but not like in that sense. Like, she probably was telling that dude, I have a crazy ex-boyfriend, and then there you are, just like proving her point,
steaming up the window with your breath.
Now he's right behind us.
Okay, so there's a coffee shop in that same area.
Yep. Which is now Red Kite.
Yeah. My ex at least used to frequent that coffee shop. So I was going there to do some homework like 2.5 years ago. And like I was dating the girl who's my fiance now. I've got no feelings towards this person other than, well, I don't want to say my true feelings because it's just mean. But it's truly just mean. But I saw a car and I was like, man, I hope that's not. I hope that's not her. And I went in and I didn't see her anywhere. I was like, okay. So I'm dressed like an absolute schmuck. Just an absolute schmuck. Because I was going to go in, get coffee, and leave. And that just adds to the fact that this was just an embarrassing circumstance. I walk in, I get my drink, and I see a table. I have my laptop, I have my drink, and I'm like, oh, now that it's not so busy, I might just sit at that table. So I'm walking towards that table, and as I approach this microscopic table that's right next to another microscopic table, I'm pulling the chair out. Well, I'm going to pull the chair out. I haven't touched anything yet. She looks up at me from the table next to the table I'm approaching, and I just stop everything and go to the door. Like I wasn't ever going to sit at that table. Yeah. That's the last time I ever saw my ex.
Oh, that's the last time?
That's the last time.
Wow.
It's like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, that was... Bro, that relationship I was in, I didn't realize... I wouldn't say abusive is the right term. It's definitely very toxic. So this is the kind of girl that, like... So I used to, like,
you
really...
got beat
I used to really
and...
cuss a lot now. So I used to really, like, cuss a lot. And I told this girl, I said, like... I remember, like, early on when we started dating, I was like, when I'm around you, like, I feel like I don't really need to, like, cuss around you or something like that. And she was always like, oh, that's so sweet, whatever. And so, like, I never really cussed around her, or really much in general after that when I was dating her. But, dude, when she would get upset about something with me, so the guy that I always didn't like her hanging around, anytime I'd say something about it, dude, she would go off on me, like, F this, F you, you're effing stupid, like, this kind of crap, dude. And, like, one time, bro... I like cussed at her via text, and she's like, "Oh my god, you said you would never cuss because of me. Oh my god!" Like, was like, "I cannot believe you just did that." I was like, "All right," and like I didn't realize how unhealthy that relationship was until I got out of it. And then at first it was obviously hard, but then I was like, "Man, it's kind of a sucky relationship." Okay,
I feel like they don't know it all the time, but I feel like women, like sometimes, like whether they know they're doing it or not, just play head games for no reason.
And that is 105% true.
I'm sure I will get the flack, so much of it, for saying that.
No,
but it's a culture. They don't, because like with Grace, this was something we like worked our way out of. I don't think she'd be ashamed to hear this on the podcast, but like I think she expected that from our relationship and then didn't get it. And then it was like something was like, I don't understand what this conversation is right now. Like, I feel like you're not saying what you're actually saying. And I'm
actually saying what you were saying.
Well, and I'm trying to just understand what this conversation's about. I feel like it's about something completely different. And she's like, oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was doing that. It's like, so that's awesome. I get what you're saying.
Not to say that men don't have their own faults, which honestly, I know they have, but it's like, to say men and it's general, I feel like I couldn't say what that is because I am one, so I'm probably doing the thing that is our problem.
So here's something that's
with
crazy.
Guys, it's just always ego.
Here's something that's crazy I've noticed being married for a few years. I don't know if yours is the same way or not, so you can chime in if it is. But like, so with women, for example, they'll say, you know this, they say the whole "I'm fine," nothing's wrong. I'm okay, really, nothing's wrong. But, like, something's, like, totally wrong, okay? And as guys, or as, like, I don't know, y'all, again, if this has happened to you guys before, like, where, like, your girl's acting off, and it's like you can tell something's wrong, but they're going to say nothing's wrong, okay? And then finally, it'll, like, spill over, and they'll either just, like, let it all out or whatever. But, like, guys on the flip side, it's like, I'm like, yeah, nothing's wrong. She's like, no, what is it? She's like, what's wrong? And like, legitimately, nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
So I feel like guys are a lot more like face value.
So,
and then you might realize 3 months later, it's like, oh, I was really going through something back then. Yeah. It's like I was crying in the shower every day. And then I'd come out and be like, I feel so much better.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. So, I'm actually...
I was referencing a Bill Burr bit, by the way. He's talking about his dog dying, and he's like, he gets mad at his wife because she cries at the dog funeral. And he's like, why can't you just get sad and cry in the shower like a real man and then never think about it ever again?
See, so honestly, like with me, it's actually completely opposite. I'm the one that says I'm fine and does it, and I'm not. And it's mainly because like I'm the one that can't process that quickly, like what I'm actually going through. And so I don't want to talk about it.
I can't either.
Yeah. And so... And even when I do get mad at her when I get angry or something pisses me off, like it takes me longer to process and get over it than it does her. Like she wants to talk it out.
Oh yeah.
She's the one that wants to talk it out, and she's usually a lot more level-headed than I am and is able to. Yeah. And that's what I've heard a lot is that like we're kind of opposite from most typical couples.
Well, see, so I feel like for me, like.
Ooh,
I feel like I just take whatever's wrong, whatever. I just take it and I throw it back there and just forget about it, and then it never gets resolved.
That's a good way to live.
And then it just never happens. See, I my superpower.
It's the best way to live.
The one time my dad beat me with a toaster oven. Just never talk about that.
My superpower is passive aggressiveness. So
sweet, dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome power to have. So
that's gonna be really loud.
I never really told anyone this juicy story.
Ooh,
so
juicy.
Me and Ash had been dating for. About 8 or 9 months, and then I had been broken up with that other girl for 2 years at that point. Okay, so it was long done with. And I don't know. I never really asked what this whole thing was, but 2 years later, she like starts putting these tweets out, okay? And she said, this is what she said, quote. She said, granted, she hadn't dated another boy in this time, okay? I don't think. And she said, quote, I don't know if I miss you or what we had, but I miss something. I was like, that's an interesting thing to tweet. And then lo and behold, like that night, or maybe early the next morning, she texts me. Okay, hadn't texted me in a long time, year and a half, and the thing she texted me was the very first thing I texted her was a intentionally cheesy pickup line from a movie from She's the Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that like, so do you like cheese? You know, and so she sent me that, which is what I sent her as a joke the very first time we ever talked. And so in my head, which I'm a guy, I don't know how to read into stuff. Am I crazy, or was she like trying to like get back in there?
Absolutely.
She was absolutely trying to get back in there.
Okay,
Hey, this is a PSA for all 0 of the women that are watching this podcast to this point. If you break up with a guy, break up with him forever. The worst possible thing you can do is to break up with a guy and then go back to him, because what you do is you put the ball in their court and you make all the rejection you felt his problem now. You give him the option to re-engage the relationship. I was just reminded of this the other day because I have a friend who's also in this circumstance. It's the worst thing ever when they try to come back.
Yeah.
And you're still butthurt about the breakup, and they're trying to initiate a relationship again. You're like, I don't want to be with you because you broke it off the first time, but here you are again offering a relationship. It's the worst circumstance.
I figured out how to get a woman back, you know. So, with
spill the beans.
With that same woman, lady.
This is going on a different YouTube channel called Pickup Lines with Evan.
No. That's not at all what this is about to be. Okay. So that same relationship, early on in our relationship, I think I might have talked about some podcast, part of it. So y'all went on your New York trip, and she was there.
Yeah.
And like she like didn't talk to me the whole time. Like she would not be texting me. And come to find out, she was really hanging out with that guy that I didn't like her talking about. Okay. So towards the end of the New York trip, when y'all were headed back, y'all had like a 20-something hour drive. And it
ended up being like 30.
Yeah. She was texting me, and basically, you know, she ended it. She ended it, okay?
Yeah.
And she was like, we can talk in person when I get back, but, you know, whatever, it's not working. Or so she said. And then I had a couple of insiders texting me, a couple of other girls. They're like, yeah, dude, she's been all over this guy the whole time, you know? And so I texted her. I said, were you really all over this guy the whole time? You know, while we were together, supposedly. And then she was like, no, you know, I would never do that, and blah, blah, blah. And that's when I figured out how to get a woman back. Just, like, ignore them, dude. Or just be really short with them.
Put that on that channel.
So ghosted them right there.
Be really short with them. No. Put it on there, dude. So she texted me, she's like, no, you know, I'd never do that, right? And I was like, okay. And then she's like, I'm serious. I haven't been doing that. I was like, okay. And she's like, what, do you not believe me? I was like, I didn't say that. And she's like, well, I wasn't, okay. And like, blah, blah. I was like, okay. And then she was like, okay, well, I need to charge my phone, so I'm not going to talk for a little bit. I was like, all right, see you later. Didn't say anything. Or like, she was like, okay, well, you know, I'm probably going to try to get some sleep. So I was like, all right, good night. And, you know, I was prepared. Like, I didn't want to be doing it, but I was like, you know what?
Turning this franchise around, baby.
I was like, you know, if it's not gonna work out, whatever. Why try anymore? And then, you know, after she went to sleep, like 2 hours later, she texted me and she's like, I don't think I can do this. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I'm scored. Which I really wish it would never have gotten back together. But
that was a long year after that.
After what?
After the New York trip.
Oh yeah.
Because that was when I started to get to know you, and.
So did you not like me while you were dating her?
I liked you just fine, but I was like, why is this dude who doesn't go here
at all these events
causing problems?
What I caused besides that one thing?
All I remember is what I thought. That's all I remember.
Why is he causing problems?
And then you went to like
all the Young Lives. Yeah. Oh man, I was a loser, bro. Mm-hmm. I was two or 3 years out of high school.
Young Life.
And a couple years out of high school. And she was in high school, and they went to, you know, the Christian group, Young Life.
Yeah, I know.
And
what Young Life is.
I'm just
you're homeschooled.
I don't live under a freaking
you're
rock.
You're homeschooled. You're homeschooled.
I really wasn't saying that for you. I was kind of saying that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Point is, it was the high school group, and I would go to all of them because she went to them. I feel like a loser afterwards.
It's where we became friends eventually.
Yeah.
So to go
Through
off,
our breakups, we became friends.
Yeah, that's facts though.
It is.
to piggyback off of what is that on me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's had it on you several times.
Oh, wow.
Whenever we're having monologues, he puts it on us.
You can barely see your face through the mic arm, but it's all right.
All right, go on, Chad.
To piggyback off what you were saying earlier, like whenever a girl then wants to come back and try, it's even worse when they pretend that's what they want to do.
I can't even imagine.
Can't
being in
relate.
that circumstance.
Chad's the only person who's been through this. Is this with
What?
the one girl that you were with for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sisters. It's like when they pretend that's what they want, but they don't.
Chad, that's only you, bro. You need to go do some therapy. Or
You do need to go to therapy. What you just
No,
said
my
to
therapy
me.
was to take that.
and just put it in the
What you just said. Very concerning to me as your friend.
What's worst is when they stick your finger up your butthole. Don't y'all hate it when that happens?
Your finger? Your own finger?
Oh, they take your finger?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Chad's like, man, doesn't it suck when they do that? He was like, when they pretend to want to get back together.
Don't you hate it when a girl tells your dad that you're laundering money so he tries to get in on your Ponzi scheme and then it ruins your relationship? That's what you just dropped on us.
We were here, and then you took it here, and I just went up here.
Yeah.
When they pretend, dude. None of us know what that's like.
It's like, well, it's like
It's terrible, bro.
What's it like?
I'm
What's it
sorry.
like? It's like being catfished, but it's like the person.
So,
That's what it's like.
so tell me,
Chad, I'm so sorry.
tell me the whole story with that, bro. Like, not the whole story, but like, why did she like get back together with you if she wasn't going to? Like, what? Explain that. Because I remember this.
It all goes back to the thing I said earlier, which is I think women, whether they know it or not, like to play head games.
So you
and
think-
it's even worse when they're like, "How far can I take this head game?"
So do you think she was getting with you to get someone else? Well,
I
you
couldn't
seem
tell
to be pretty sure that she pretended to like you.
No. Here's the thing.
Did she tell
Me
you?
attempting to read a person like that's mind is incredible.
No,
it's
Chad. You have to have some basis for saying that she pretended.
yeah, like well,
Just outline what happened for us.
they break up with their current
Uh-huh.
and they start talking to me. We start hanging
okay.
out a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean we hang out for weeks and then boom they start hanging out with a different guy.
Yeah.
Like
Is this
Oh.
recent?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, Chad. Oh.
Oh, buddy. Oh,
Truth is
I thought this was sophomore year. I said, was it that one girl, from a long time ago? You're like, yeah.
yeah. So this has happened, and this
like 3 weeks ago.
And here's the thing: this has happened multiple times, and it's one of those things. It's like as guys, I feel like, and maybe this is just me. It's like you'd think you'd learn, but you don't, and then, and so you're like, oh no. And it's kind of like that thing where the guy's like painting a clown face on himself. Like, the truth is, the way my life is going to end up is I'm going to wake up.
I'm about to drop some harsh reality on you, though, Chad.
I know the harsh reality, but I don't care. And so
He's going to take it, put it back there.
I'm going to put up with the rest of my problems.
You know what I do with harsh reality?
Put it back there.
No. So here's the thing, Chad. Here's the thing. You have dumped 2 great women, bro. That's on you.
I never said I didn't have my own faults. We are aware of this. We are
not about
perfectly
him.
aware. We are perfectly aware that I am insane. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you live for the game. Yes.
This just
Turns out it's not poor Chad.
It's not.
Chad is the problem.
It's blessed Chad.
Oh, hear me out. Every time.
I was with you with BioLife Girl, dude. The whole beginning to end, and like it's like you were feeding off of like the idea of like getting there, and then you got there, and it's like it wasn't as fun anymore after a few months, and then it's gone. This is getting real deep.
The last one, you would never tell me why you broke up with her.
I don't think you can tell us.
I've never known either.
This is.
I've been afraid.
The
to
claim
ask
is
also.
music, is what you told me. For music, to focus on music.
You told me
This
you
is-
just weren't feeling it anymore.
It's a little bit of everything.
Okay. That's fair.
We'll discuss this after the podcast.
That's fair.
With Charlie's dad's leg.
Hey, Charlie's dad will be the host.
We're at
got
your
like
Let him borrow a leg and just put him in a chair.
Oh, he's got a
Metal
couple in the
leg.
garage.
Nice.
But like,
We should
this is how.
have a prop.
I was gonna say.
No,
talk about
no, we've
that.
got one. We've got one where it was broken, so he like put a broomstick in it, and we won a Halloween contest. I'm sure he still got.
Your
that
dad
one.
did not use a broomstick as a leg.
Yeah. He talked about that on the podcast.
For sure. We dressed up as a family of pirates, and he had a broken leg, and he took the bottom part of it out, and he put a broomstick in it. He walked on a freaking peg leg all night for
told
the
us that a few weeks
freaking
ago.
prize, dude.
It's worth it.
Oh, we swept it.
You know, on a serious note,
There was no competition.
on a serious note, bring that leg.
Okay.
But no, this is how I'm gonna turn out in like 20 years. I mean,
Still
by myself.
living in my guest
I'm gonna wake
room.
up. I'm gonna wake up wherever I am, whatever house, apartment, wherever, and I'm gonna walk out on like the balcony or something. It's gonna be like 10:30 in the morning. I'm gonna have my long hair. I'm just gonna have a
gotta have
beanie
a
on.
balcony now.
It's gonna be beanie boxers with my beer. I'm gonna still have my sunglasses on. I'm like, holy shit, what month is it? Like, and that's what it's gonna be like. I'm gonna be the guy who goes to the store in my robe and writes like a $2
fading
check
out
for
on
milk.
this.
Yeah.
Like, and
Meanwhile, you're in a band. You're a stockbroker. No, you're a bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder.
I'm in
Stockbroker.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Chad's just drunk somewhere.
Chad's just drunk. He's drunk in one of our houses. I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
So I feel like Chad. I feel like Chad is riding our coattails, waiting for one of us to get filthy
One of
rich
us to be
and then take you with
successful.
us.
Yeah, he's ready to jump to whichever one gets more successful first.
I'll take you, Chad. I'll take
Daddy.
you.
Oh, me too. I mean, it's just a race now.
I was about to say. I mean, you're about to tell me like you don't want me in your life. Like I don't bring some sort of excitement to the table.
The sad thing is, I can't imagine my life without Chad.
Me too.
I know, right?
I could not look you in the face and be like, I'm leaving without you.
No, there's no way. There's
Me and Chad-
There's no way.
Me and Chad have worked at so many jobs together. I think 3.
Well, and that's the thing. Is like,
kind of 4.
Jimmy John's the chair thing.
dude,
we built chairs for 2 days.
Okay. I think that's
We
for
built
another
chairs
story.
for 2
Another
days.
The
podcast.
guy who wanted to wrestle me, who could
We're
feel
at, like-
a storm coming in his leg.
Yeah. Next time on
I
Guys
was going to tell you right now, if your boss wanted to wrestle you, you almost got molested.
boss.
And that's it.
Hey! No, it wasn't a boss. It was like some like worker.
And
dude.
that's been Guys Afternoon.
Just
Like, subscribe, hit that bell, the thumbs up,
literally fade
share
on
it.
Chad. Just-
We need all the help we can get.
the guy.
Yeah.
The guy was like from.